Oh, before I ask this last question, I just want to make a statement, and I don't care if anybody's offended by it. If you think Branch Warren has bad genetics, you don't know shit about bodybuilding, and you need to rethink why you're even following the sport.
Has anyone ever seen how nicely shaped Branch Warren was when he was like first
2005? Charlotte Pro.
This guy literally got in a debate with me online, and he's like,
look at him when he's 19 as well.
He's like Branch Warren's not even close to Olympia caliber. I'm like, factually, you're incorrect because he was second place at the Olympia, which means he's close to Olympia caliber. I'm like, what the
as
fuck?
Close as you can be, other than he's literally the closest guy that year.
So I just want to prove. So people, this is the problem with
and the guy that he lost to wasn't any slouch either. So it wasn't like a gimme.
Okay, so this is the thing. People have a real issue with terminology in bodybuilding. They confuse aesthetics for symmetry. Those two things are not the fucking same. And so people don't know how to judge a bodybuilding show because they look at aesthetics, which is not a category, but symmetry is. So you don't get judged on your aesthetics. So that's one thing people need to understand. Second thing is saying somebody has bad genetics because you don't like the aesthetics of their physique is not, doesn't mean anything. You basically said nothing. Just because somebody's physique doesn't look the way you think it should look doesn't mean their genetics are bad. So, and then as far as Branch Warren goes, I just want to prove
this is literally, you're literally talking about my fucking career in a nutshell here. You know, like
listen,
it goes and people be like, what the fuck, you know? And I'm like, well, I won on every single criteria except for the one that you deem as aesthetics, you know, like
and it's true, but this is, and the reason, and you're actually one of the reasons I'm saying this, because we keep judging shows or predicting shows, and then I do breakdowns or wrap ups, and people are like, oh, you're stupid, you know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, you don't know how to judge a bodybuilding show. You're judging a bodybuilding show based on what your eye likes to see and not the actual categories on the fucking scorecard.
Yeah.
So, and the second thing is this Branch Warren thing that keeps coming up and people saying he's got bad genetics. I'm going to fucking
pull up 2005 Branch Warren.
I'm just going to pull up all Branch Warren.
Yeah, he won the Charlotte Pro and he looked fucking amazing.
Just pull up a young so people can see what he looked like, you know, unadulterated, you know?
So this is a young Branch Warren. Like,
look at the front double.
Look at the front double. Second top left, second from the left.
Look at this.
Look at this. That's bad genetics, please.
I'll take
sign me up for those bad genetics.
Yeah. I just
look at the legs.
It's insane to me. People like say, look at this front. This is front lat spread. Like, look at. I mean, that's too small to see, but like, look at
that
this.
Most muscular is crazy though.
Crazy.
Like, I love that most muscular you just had up, but it's small.
Yeah, the small most muscular is really nice.
But it's you know, but even in his older, like, yes, his stomach got a little bit bigger, but that happens the bigger you get. Like, I mean, this is, you know, it's not. People are like, well, it doesn't look like Flex Wheeler. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but that doesn't mean he has bad genetics. I mean, to get
you don't know that Flex Wheeler, he's got white man's fucking genetics. It's like
genetics aren't just roundness and shape to the muscle.
No.
Look at this. Look at this physique. Like, are you fucking nuts?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just, you know, people will pull something like this and be like, that's bad genetics. I'm like, this is his last show.
That's Father Time. That's
he blew out his fucking knee, so his leg is smaller. His stomach is not flexed. Like, this isn't a fair assessment.
And to be fair, he's still fucking got a lot of muscle.
like this is Branch Warren.
Or you can look at that front double 2 over from that.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you, like, what is anybody talking about? So I said to the kid, I'm like, anybody who says, well, that's morphed, but I'm like, anybody who says Branch Warren has bad genetics doesn't know fucking shit about bodybuilding. And he's like, well, Dave Palumbo said it. And I'm like, oh, well, then throw Dave in that category, because I don't care what your name is. If you think this is bad genetics.
I was actually about to say, who of anyone that's got any credibility who's actually saying that Branch has bad
people genetics. Just don't understand what bad genetics are. Like, there's people out there that literally like couldn't build an ounce of muscle and have absolutely no shape. Like, it's so different, you know?
And I just don't understand how you could say that anyway. Are they basically saying that 7 judges sitting on a panel who had him winning 2 Arnolds and being second at the Olympia are all fucking stupid? Like,
no, you can't say that he worked hard and he had bad genetics.
It doesn't matter. Listen, I know you're not saying this, Ian, but I don't care who you are. Working hard is not going to build this if you don't have genetics.
No, not even close.
Here's the thing. And I had the same discussion with James. That I don't think there can one person can say that's ever been in the third call out of the Olympia has bad genetics.
I've been in the third call out at the Olympia.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you've stepped on the Olympia stage, you do not have bad genetics. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I honestly think, I know I'm getting worked up, but I honestly think the problem is terminology. People just
they're conflating one to be the other.
Yeah, they confuse what they like to look at with the terminology we're using, and the things they're not the same thing.
They expect everyone to look like Flex Wheeler.
Or
it's like no, like
yeah. All right, so that's that. Last question.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.